Hello there, everybody. This is Andre of GVGINU. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to tune in and listen to what I have to say here. I'm doing this series of videos. I've already kind of explained what it is. So I'm literally just going over video game ideas that I think would fit very, very well with the Nintendo Wii U. And I wanted to do this more or less because of how E3 went. And I saw some things that they could have done that I don't think that they put the energy into. So, the first game I'm going to talk about for this is The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. That actually looks like it's going to be an awesome game on the 3DS, but it would also be just as awesome on the Wii U, and here's why. Firstly, you could take the Wii U gamepad. Did not mean to hit the home button. You can take the Wii U gamepad, and it literally would be the bottom screen from the 3DS, and your television screen would be your top screen. You could do everything that the 3DS could do on this, pretty much, with the added benefit of having your home console play it and being able to do off-TV play. It would be very close to the experience of having the game for the 3DS. And if they did off-TV play on this, they wouldn't even have to give you the whole screen. They literally could split the screen down the middle. Well, I'll give you two options. You could have the whole screen, or they could split the screen down the middle, and you could still have this, like, one of these sides be the touch part of the screen for your inventory menu, and it'd be awesome. Another thing that they could do, and as a person who owns two 3DSs, this would be a bonus for me for a home console version of Triforce Heroes. 3DS download play. They could literally make the home console versions, of The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes, and kind of make them an equivalent to what Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate was for the Wii U and the 3DS, where you could do local co-op if you had a 3DS copy of Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate and you had the home console version of Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. So, and they allowed up to 4 players. That way you'd have one person on your Wii U and 4 people on the 3DSs, which was honestly what you could do with the 3DS anyway. You could have 4 people playing locally together with the 3DSs. They just connect their games and their data, and you'd be playing together, which is great. And we already know that the game is going to have online co-op. So literally, they just have to clone the 3DS game and port it to the Wii U, and give it the additional feature of having 3DS download play, which would just work off of the data of the Wii U game. Now, that'd be great. They could do that. And then on top of that, if you have a copy of the 3DS version and then a Wii U copy, if they were to make it, you could transfer your data back and forth and still be able to play with each other at the same time. The only difference would be that if you had a 3DS copy, you could actually, that would be the added benefit. You could exchange data back and forth. So you could take your data on the go with you on the 3DS and get home and transfer it to your Wii U and continue from where you left off. Whereas download play from the Wii U to the 3DS would literally just be the equivalent of having, it would be the equivalent of having the Game Boy Advance and the transfer cable, the link cable for the GameCube controllers. I mean, for the GameCube to have the ports on it, so that it'd basically be mimicking Four Swords Adventures on the GameCube. But it would be better in the respect that everyone would have their own individual screen and their own individual inventory menu, which would be great. And it would just literally operate how the 3DS version is going to operate anyway. It just, you have one that would work on the home console. And part of me is wondering if Nintendo thought about this. I mean, they probably did. but they're not doing it, or at least they've shown that they're not doing it. And I think it's a missed opportunity because this would be a great holdover for the Wii U itself, and plus it's a multiplayer Zelda game anyway, so they should put it out on both of their platforms and just make it cross-platform playable and compatible, and then make the home console version just have the added feature of 3DS download play, so that you're only using the one source of data, and anything earned and gained in that game is going to remain on the home console. And you could use your 3DSs. I know there's more people with multiple 3DSs than me. There's like several people out there that have like 2 or 3 of the normal 3DSs, a 3DS XL, a 2DS, and the new 3DS, as well as those who are lucky enough to get the new 3DS regular sized. So I mean, it's money that I think Nintendo could make. I don't see it costing them much to port it up to the Wii U, because they've pretty much already got the game made. They just have to clean the graphics a little bit for the Wii U, but they honestly probably wouldn't even have to do that if they're just porting it right up, because people will understand. I mean, well, maybe not the graphics, but they have to clean the textures up a little bit. But that's fine. That'd be okay. And like I said, it'd be a good holdover. I know not a lot of people will agree with that. And there are plenty of people like, well, we want the real Zelda Wii U. I understand that, and I'm not going to disagree with that because I want it too. But I think this is, like I said, I think this is just like an opportunity lost or missed because they're not doing it. And I wish I could get one of their ears. It's just like, come on, you guys gotta hear me out on this. This would be great to do. But yeah, I think that's about it. Triforce Heroes would be a great title for the Wii U as well as the 3DS. To share your data back and forth if you have if you have multiple copies of the game, to be able to share your data back and forth between the home console and the handheld versions. So I don't know, that's just my thought. It would be, honestly, in my mind, this is a great thing. That would be a great thing for Wii U. But that's just my speculation. Hopefully somebody else sees what I see. But outside of that, thank you very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears out for more of my stuff. Until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out.